Hello, precious people. I'm Jacqueline Parks. Welcome to my channel, Stampin' Turtles. Today we are going to do some quick, easy watercolor ideas just for you.
Precious people. I'm
Oh my
Jacqueline
gosh,
Parks.
I am live. I can hear me. That is good. All right, sorry about that. One time I went live and had no sound, so now I always listen just to make sure. But I'm going to show you guys some great ideas with watercolor that maybe you have never heard of. My friend Janice told me all about these things called giblets. Giblets, little tiny things. Okay, so let's just get into this. We want to be creative. We want to have fun playing with our paints that we got from Christmas and some paper and new brushes maybe, but we're just not feeling like drawing some picture of something or getting detailed, and that's okay. So this is what we're going to do today. We are going to go and look at what's on my desk. So right now I've got this. Move that little guy. Now I will tell you, I have been to the doctor this morning already about my wrist, and everything seems to be progressing in the positive. They took out the stitches, but everything, they still put some steri strips on there just to keep it closed and not pulling on that wound. So still pray for me, y'all. Still pray for healing. God is doing great things. I know, I feel it. So it's awesome. And I'll probably go back in a couple weeks just to check on the wound, and in a couple months to check on the progress I'm making. But I have arthritis in my hands, and that could be a lot of why the strength in my hands is not returning that great, because it is arthritic. I don't know if you have arthritic hands, but I have some arthritic hands. That Mr. Arthritis, he is bad. Arthur. Anyways, let's see if I can get a little closer, because I want to really show you guys what I've been doing. Now, you may be following my channel. You may know some of the things I do already with my little short videos, but I wanted to show you guys kind of what I made in my last little short video. So these are super cute. Let me just show you. They're called giblets. Now, if you're like me, you cut your watercolor paper, you cut it down. So like these are all my leftovers. So if I want a 8x10 and I'm using 9x12 paper, I cut off whatever section I don't need. So I cut it to maybe an 8 1/4 by 10 1/4, just to give myself a little room around the edge in case, you know, I want to go all the way to the edge and I don't want to be too short. But paper expands, so usually that doesn't have to happen like that. But I'm just over careful with when I do commissions or anything. I want to make sure that it's big enough to fit in the mat that I have. So these are leftovers. These are little scraps. These are tiny little pieces. Even this, like, look at how tiny this little piece is. This. So I do want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So these I made. Now look at this. This is really cute. Just little tiny leaves. And then I used some pen. I did some goofy, silly fish and did some pen work. These are little flowers in a row, and they're very not decorated to extreme. They're good. This was supposed to be like a little tree. I don't know. It could still be a little tree. It's fine. These were like those little bows. Everybody likes these little bows. And Valentine's Day is coming. I want you guys to think about what can we do to do handmade crafts for Valentine's Day that will help others to feel loved and appreciated and thought of. So what can we do? I'm going to start. Let's look at this. This is a good one. This might be a good one. Now, you don't have to do little silly things like hearts and things. What you can do is you can create landscapes that are really interesting without trying. Okay, so without trying, I'm just gonna get some paint. What if I just could put a little slash of brown? Maybe I do that. Maybe I want to do some blue, you know? And I don't really use clean water. Y'all know me. I don't have time to go make clean water. You can't even see through that water. This is a clear as mud. rinsing water. It's very murky. It's super murky. But you know what? I kind of like the murky water over clean water sometimes. Now, if I need to do whites, then yes, I'll need to do something. So what am I doing right now? I'm doing very simple little squiggles with my paper and my paint brush and just some colors that I think might look nice. Right now, it's almost giving me beach vibes. That's kind of cool. I kind of like it. So maybe now I might put some little grass right there. And I'm telling you, I have not done anything. This is very, very simple. So simple, y'all. Less than a minute. Less than 1 minute. That's just one little idea. One little idea. What about these little teeny tiny giblets? These little guys. What are we going to do with them? I don't know. Let's figure out what we're going to do with them. So I'm using the same brush. Love this brush. It's one that my husband got me 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. Very nice. It's very expensive. The black velvet silver edition, and this is travel, so travel is even more expensive because it comes apart. But what are we going to do with this? I have no idea. So I'm going to make tiny little petals, or maybe these are going to be butterflies. Who knows what they're going to be? You can make butterflies. Wouldn't that be kind of fun to have a little strip of butterflies? Now, I want you guys to see the paleness of this. Like, if you were here in real life, I mean, it's so pale. It's hard to see it, okay? But we let that dry. So then this one we're going to do, maybe we'll do some purple butterflies. You guys want some purple butterflies? That might be fun. And see, purple's a little brighter. So I'm just going to do a couple little ones. And butterflies, when they're flying away from you, they have all kinds of designs. So you don't even have to look at a picture to do these guys. They're just going to be, and each butterfly is a little lighter. Do you see how the paint disappears as you use it? You can always go back in and touch up. But sometimes I don't want it to be too dark. Maybe I just want it dark on one side. Who knows? But you can just touch it up a little bit, okay? So I want to keep those kind of simple. These ones I want to make a little bit more orange. They have kind of dried. So now I'm just going to go in there. Make them a little bit more orange. And see how that looks? And even if it overlaps just a little bit and gets out of the lines, it's okay, because that just makes it look like it's fluttering and doing some cool things. So we're going to let these guys kind of dry. And I don't know, have you guys ever thought about giving bookmarks to people for gifts? If you're creative, you can make what I like to call little bookmarks. You can add some tassels to them or just leave them plain. This is a kind of a big, this would be a big bookmark to do, but I think it'll be fun. Let me see if I can get it to be on this area of stuff. And this is already dry. I love how this looks. Like, I love it. It's kind of pale. It's kind of pale, so I could go back and darken everything on here. In fact, let me do that before I move on. Because I feel like I like the softness of it, but sometimes when you're dealing with watercolors, you really need to have some more depth in there. So I'm just going to add a little bit more blue to that. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of the brown. So lovely to be serenaded by my dog. Serenaded. Is she a precious little girl? Precious. And I'm just adding these greens back in. So that looks pretty good now. Look how much darker. Very nice. Very, very nice. So we're going to put you up here. Put you up there. Now, do I want to do this landscape or do I want to do it portrait? Because I feel like a lot of bookmarks are always done kind of portrait. And this is very large, this piece. Let me see if I can just zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing instead of me having to move a little bit to get the whole thing in there. Let's see if that works. That's better. That's better. Now, if you want to get a lot of color down and you're not sure what you're doing, just go for a nice blue. Now, I don't have any idea what I'm going to do. I am just putting some water. I am just putting water down. And I am so sorry that dog is barking. I don't know. Here's the thing that I think she likes to bark at is the children that play next door when they're outside, which I want kids to be outside, but I think they're off school today. So it's like, oh, they are definitely probably playing, but I don't even hear them right now. Normally I hear them when she's barking. I don't know what she's going. My husband's home, but he's gonna do something. I don't know what he's gonna do to her. Hopefully nothing bad. So right now I am doing great with just having this be, I don't know, maybe it'll be a waterfall. I'm getting waterfall vibes. Totally getting a waterfall vibe. What are you guys getting off of this? Doesn't have to be. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. I may go ahead and put some blue just because that looks really pretty. Waterfalls. I like that. That looks good. And you know what I'm going to do? So you always have to have paper towels. If you're not really painting with watercolor, if you do not have a paper towel nearby or in your hand. So now I'm just going to very gently lift up and create a little white up there. Just because I want this to be the top of the waterfall. Can you already see that? It's really kind of pretty already. Down here, we're going to make some lifting for the froth. So we can even just go like this. Just dab it with your paper towel. So we're not drawing anything. We're not anything. We're just letting the paper tell us what it wants to become. Isn't that kind of cool? I think that's kind of cool, actually. I may add some little ripples. And I may add, I like turquoise. Let me get some more turquoises on here. So all of that is the water at the bottom. And I'm going to do some green. Green is really pretty. I want to do some green. But I also want to do some brown. Brown and green together is really pretty, y'all. So just kind of do that. If you want to make some waterfalls, just do that. Put some brown and green together. You can even do some Payne's gray. Oh, Lord, help us. We got some barking dogs here. And I'm very patient with everybody. Yeah, he's probably not going to be that patient. All right, we got some froth going here. I'm already seeing a waterfall. Do you see the waterfall? I see it. I already see it, y'all. So I may end up doing some more right here. I do kind of hear a car out there or something, some kind of motor of some sort. I don't know. She's protecting the household. That's all we do. Oh, look how pretty that looks. Y'all, so pretty. And it's okay to like your stuff. Go ahead and say, oh yes, it is so pretty what I make, right? It's good. It's good to like your own artwork. Might add a little bit of black in here. just for fun. Just for fun. Get enough paint that it actually does something. If it's not doing anything, add more paint. Or dry. Dry it if it's not doing anything. But I am enjoying just kind of flitting around and not really trying to make anything. We're not trying to make stuff. We're just enjoying the process of putting paint on paper. And sometimes it creates something, sometimes it doesn't, but we're having fun. So I want you guys to remember that we're having fun. So much fun. So this is, this is frothy down here. Up here, it could be a gray sky. I can't really tell yet. I might put some trees, I think. What do you think? Some trees at the top there? We could do some little evergreen trees. Add a little bit of blue. It'll make it really pretty. Let me see if I can do a couple little trees up here. Oh, I hear a helicopter too up there, y'all. So trees are sometimes easy. Sometimes they're a little hard. It's okay though if you're struggling to do something, just keep practicing. I didn't get good at this until I practiced quite a bit, okay? And look at that. Some little trees. But it's kind of going back behind where the waterfall is. And that's okay. So you can't really see it unless I zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom. I want you guys to see what I see because it's really cool. So I'm just focusing on those trees right now. Now these trees might want to have a little bit of Payne's Gray just to make them darker towards the bottom. A little bit of brown just to make it more interesting. Like maybe some of these trees are old. They're old trees. And they're getting crusty. Or it's winter time like it is here where I live. It's very cold out. I don't like the cold. I'm not built for the cold. I was built for the sun. I was built for warmth. So see, I'm not overworking this too much. I'm just letting it do its thing. So I'm gonna let all of this dry and just let it be. Sometimes we try and do so much with the painting, and it's like you don't have to do a lot to make a painting be a painting. You can really enjoy creating something and not being worried about if it's going to look like something fabulous because you just want to have fun. So sometimes I paint stuff just to have fun. I remember I took a class on painting or on guitar lessons, and I asked the lady who was a classical guitarist, I'm like, what do you do for fun? Because for me, doing the classical thing probably to me didn't sound like a super fun thing. For whatever reason, I was just like, I mean, it sounds pretty, but I listened to rocks and I was like, do you ever play rock and roll on your guitar? Like, do you ever do anything for just fun to play? Because like really learning to play classical guitar and all those songs is hard. It's a lot of detailed movement with your fingers and chords, and it takes a lot of concentration. And so I was just thinking, what do you do for fun? Like if you just want to play your guitar and you don't want to have to focus too hard. And it's like, she looked at me like I asked her something crazy. Like that's what she does for fun, is to play those hard songs to play on your guitar. And I was thinking, what about some chords? I don't know, just like Leaving on a Jet Plane, those kind of songs. And so she just kind of looked at me like, oh, it's crazy. But as an artist, I feel like if someone wants to create, a masterpiece, yes, go for that if you want. But there may be days where you're not in the mood to sit down for hours painting on a specific painting. And it's okay to start something new that's simple and small and fun and doesn't have to look like anything. Just try it. Try these little giblets. So I'm going to drink some tea because I am, it's actually kind of cooled off. And it's lukewarm. It's not that fun when it's lukewarm. Plus, I forgot to put my honey in it. I gotta put some honey. But, you know, a lot of times I lose my voice when I'm on here. Today it's not that, it's not the case. I'm doing pretty good today. Doing pretty good. Look at this cute spoon. I stole it from my daughter. She has like a little heart-shaped bowl and the spoon that goes with it. And I was like, you don't even use it anymore. I'm going to take it. But I don't know what she's doing. She might be working. Bless her heart. Honey makes it. Now my other daughter, she already at work too today. So it's crazy. Everybody working. And it's Martin Luther King Day. What are you guys doing? Are you working? Are you home? Nobody's even in the chat. Or if you are, you haven't said anything. You're very quiet. I know a lot of you like to go online and watch it on your TV. So I know you're not really able to do that. But don't forget, if you want to help my channel, just like the video, please. Make comments. Lots of comments. Get this video pushed to more people. I don't know why the algorithm doesn't know that everybody wants to watch me. But sometimes the algorithm needs to be taught who likes me. And so if you like me, then it'll push it to more people who are like you. And then that'll make it so that more people find me, right? That'd be fun. That'd be fun to have more people. Because I really am about community. I love community. I love the artist community. I think we're all here to encourage each other. In fact, I did submit my application to the Loyola Art Show in Mobile. Y'all, the deadline was midnight last night. So, all my friends, Jerry and Janice, hey, we're the 3 J's, y'all. If you're listening or watch this later, we're the 3 J's. That is pretty cool. I just figured out that we're all Jerry, Janice, and Jacqueline. Isn't that cool? So the 3 J's need to get in. That's all I know. We all applied. And whoever gets in, we're going to root for them. But I am still praying for all 3 of us because we are going to be a force to be reckoned with, right? We're not going to be like those snooty-tooty, hoity-toity people that think art is some elevated thing that you have to have a brain to understand. No, you can, I mean, we all have a brain, but I think you can like art even if it has no meaning to it, right? You can enjoy it. You can look at it. You can have fun. Do I see a man? Hello? I am on my video if you want to say hi. Say hi. Everybody say hi to Abby.
Hello, everybody.
Not here. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do have a sewing machine by the piano. Oh, Lord. What's he going to do? Sew something. Oh, his pants caught fire. That's right. He was in the shooting house and he was keeping warm with a little propane tank and it was keeping him warm and real warm because the fire was like 3 feet tall when he was kept caught on fire. Y'all, we have had some issues. Let me just tell you the issues. Pray for our family. I have no idea. It could be the enemy wants to still kill and destroy, but we know Jesus came so that we would have life and have it abundantly, right? So we're going to paint some little, I actually, out of all my little giblets, let me show you my little giblets again. Out of all of them, I really like this one. And I really like this one. I might make this bigger since I have this piece. What do you think? You want to see that up close? Let's see it up close. Maybe, is that too close? Let's see how that looks. Gonna drink some more tea. You want to know something funny is the sewing machine I have is like the $50 Black Friday sewing machine. So it's not even that good. But I've used it for lots of things. And I've even made leggings on it. I've sewn other kind of things. I'm not a sewer. I don't like sewing, to be honest, because whenever the bobbin runs out of thread, I have to re-thread it, and that just did not make me happy. That don't spark no joy. And if you are like me and you just want something simple and easy to do, watercolor is your best friend, okay? Because with watercolor, you can really do a lot of fun things without ever refilling anything. I mean, I just got I got these. These are like 10 bucks. I've refilled all these with the professional grade paints, but when I first started and I didn't know if I'd like this, just start with your little $10 set. So right here is one set of leaves. We are gonna do different directions, so you don't want them all facing the same direction, okay? You want them, some are straight down maybe, some are hanging off the edge. You don't need them all hanging on the edge or off the edge. You just keep it random, right? Randomness is your friend. So look at that. I've just made simple leaf shapes. Next, we rinse. We didn't really have to rinse, but sometimes it's good to rinse. And I'm going to mix a Viridian type green with a little bit of red. Look at how the red just tones that green down. Now we're gonna do some other leaves. And guess what? We're gonna overlap because that's gonna make it look so much prettier when you overlap things. And so that's really pretty. Look at that. That's looking great. And did I have to do anything, fancy schmancy? No. I put some Viridian green and red, and I used some green gold that I had on this other palette I own. And you can even get some reddish yellow. Is that a color? Let's see what happens when I add some reddish yellow in here. I almost feel like we're close to being too many, but we'll see what happens when I do some of these little baby ones. Let's just do some little baby ones, because those might be fun. I do hear children now. Children. And I bet you my dog was listening and could hear them before I heard them. It was like, I hear them. It's okay. I don't know what my husband did with her. She's not barking now. So I'm just going to go and put some leaves here and there. These are like little ones. Do you see what's happening here? It's just simple. Simple, easy, fun. I'm not doing anything crazy. This is simple and easy and fun, right? Now I'm going to rinse my brush, because I don't leave my brush sitting in the water. You'll bend your tips. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, we're going to let that guy kind of rest. We'll put you over there. And I want to revisit this one. Why? Because there's something that's really fun to do after you do a painting and you just want to add some quick details. Watch what happens when I do these pen. What happens is like it gives some really fun definition. And maybe I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just having fun, right? Ooh, some cloudy. And I like how the ink is skipping a little bit. I don't know if you can tell it's skipping. And I'm just letting the Holy Spirit move my hand. What is it doing? We don't know. We don't know what it's doing. It's got a mind of its own. So there we go. I just added some pen work. And I love it. I love this. I love it. I could sell this for 10 bucks, y'all. 10 bucks all day long, right? And maybe you're not into selling, but I feel like it's fun to sell things. I don't know. I like going to meet people. You ever do that? You ever go to an art show or arts and crafts show? You have your booth set up and people are walking by and you're just like, hey, come on in, talk to me. I'm the artist. If you have any questions, like I am so outgoing and talkative that I lose my voice like after I talk for all day. And I meet so many people and I love hearing what they're interested in, if they're an artist, if they love to collect art, if they just want something like their pet portrait done or something else. You know, it's so interesting to meet people of all walks of life and just get to know them a little bit, talk to them a little bit. I don't know, there's introverts, and I always think to myself, like, I'm so glad I'm not an introvert, but I do love alone time too. So don't get me wrong. But I do need to recharge and do that. But if you're an introvert and you're kind of like, oh, craft shows aren't for me, I wouldn't be able to talk to anyone, I'd be too scared. I will tell you that sometimes you just put on a different persona for the day. Just put it on. Just say, today I'm going to be Frida Kahlo or whoever you want to be. Like, just pretend you're some different artist and you're going to pretend to be outgoing. And so as people walk in, you just start doing what someone would do that is outgoing, which is say, hi, hello, how are you? That's really simple. Just say, hi, how are you? Maybe I'll do a whole series on doing booths because really there's a lot to it. And I've seen other people post their series about doing booths. And I really enjoy watching them because I get new ideas. Nobody knows everything. So watch a couple different people and see how they handle. You know, there's customers who come up and they'll look at something. You'll be like, hey, I can get that wrapped up for you if you're interested in buying it. And they run away scared to death, right? Or, and you think, oh, I can't do that to people. It doesn't work on everyone, obviously, but they do suggest that you ask people to buy, because if you don't ask, they won't buy. And a lot of times people want to get to know the artist, so that's why you got to talk to them. You can't just sit in a chair hiding behind a book or your phone and just expect your artwork to sell itself. People want to know you, and they want to, and that's why maybe you don't want to fake being someone else, but if you really aren't comfortable talking, you're going to have to step out and do that. Anyways, this wasn't supposed to be one of those videos, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there if you're interested. So now I think this is dry enough. We can do some pen work, okay? Pen work is so much fun. And a lot of people are like, oh, pen work is not very good or artistic. You know what? It is. Pen work is great. So do the pen work. Do not be afraid of pen work, okay? Pen work is fun. And nobody should tell you what your artwork should be, right? Do what makes you happy. This is for you. We're having fun. We're doing something fun, creating. And to me, I think it's more important to have fun creating than it is to feel like those people who are telling you how to create art better, and they're saying don't do it the way you want to do it. You know what? They don't always know everything. And I always say, if you're someone who enjoys just creating, like I have a few students, they are so good, I feel like they should be selling. Like they need to start doing craft shows, but they don't want to. And I probably need to check myself and be like, you know what? Why are you suggesting them do that if that's not what they want to do? But I just feel like people would enjoy their art and love to see their art, because they're fabulous, you know? And I do have a few that like to do craft shows, and they do Etsy. And I think that's fabulous because they do need to share their art with the world. I don't know if that's how this would be. That's okay. I'm just having fun trying to figure out, where are these leaves? Right? Which one's on top? Which one's on bottom? Did I miss any? I didn't miss any. I think this looks fabulous. This would make such a beautiful bookmark, y'all. Sell it for $5. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things, you know? And I do sign and stamp my little thing on the back. To say it's from Stampin' Turtles, Jacqueline Parks. So look at these two. Look at these. You could sell a set of these little giblets. You could do another one in a different size. Well, let's see what we have. Do we have anything in a different size? That's about the same. What time is it? You guys, it's so not even late. Late. We have lots of time. I don't know. I could make a third one of these. That would be kind of fun, to be honest. Should I do a third one? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I could do a third one of these. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We're going back to this waterfall looking thing. I could add some pen and line work on this. Like, what is going on with the little trees up here? We could do... Look at that. I can just add some pen. It's okay to scribble, okay? It's okay to scribble. Don't feel bad if you're scribbling. I kind of like how that looks. And then I might scribble a little bit down in here. And this is looking so pretty. I'm just making some marks. I'm not really trying to do anything. It's not anything fabulous, right? Look at that. It's real hard to see this one on the screen all at once because it's so big. But look at that with a pen. And look at that. So pretty. And I feel like we could zoom out just a little bit. So see, I did that. And this is huge though. Like this would be for a Bible bookmark. I think I can make this white a little bit. I feel like this white is too white, but it's okay. Maybe I need to make this really darker. Maybe some Payne's Gray up there. What do you think? You want to see me mess it up? You don't know if you're going to mess up something until you try it. So maybe if you try it, you can see. Oh, I'm going to mess it up. Look at that. We have just made it a super stormy sky. Ooh, look at that. I kind of like it though. Do you like it? I feel like it's cool. I feel like it's so cool. All right, we're gonna have to let that sit because I don't want to touch it right now. Maybe it's like the moonlit sky. Maybe I should add some darker colors down in the bottom here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some darker down in here. Because now I got that pen work in there. I'm kind of like, maybe it's just a little bit of gray in this white. Just to give it a little something. Look at that. Just dip it in there. Dip. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I don't know, you know? You just gotta play with it. Play with it a little bit. Just have fun. If you mess up a giblet, it's not the end of the world, right? So we're gonna put that off to the side. Let's see what we're doing next. I did want to kind of do maybe something with a lot more brown leaves. Do you want to do more brown leaves on this? Let's see what happens. And yellow. Let's do some yellow. This is fun. But it's very bright. Let's do one this one. Direction this way. I'm just having fun with this. I'm not really sure if it's going to look like anything, to be honest. I mean, it'll look like leaves, but I don't know if I'm creating anything with it right now. I'm just kind of putting the little leaf shapes here and there. Maybe a little just hanging right there. And voila, it is looking fabulous already. Look at that. This is going to be our very, very pretty. Let's do some red. Want to do some red? see what happens when I paint some red ones. Ooh, that's a lot of fur in there. My cat's never in here. I don't know why I get fur in here. Let's do one kind of like this. And you can leave that little light white space if you want. It's not the end of the world if you leave a little white space. Some people are like, oh, fill the whole page. No, you don't have to. I like this so much, y'all. Should have did more of these for my craft shows. What was I thinking? Not having stuff like this. I was thinking it has to look like something when it doesn't. That's looking so pretty. Look at that. Look at that. That's so amazing. So different than the green ones. So different. But it's okay. Now we may want to let that dry before we touch it, but I don't think that's looking great. I like it. But again, so different than these two. Very different in feel. But maybe you feel different that day and you want a different bookmark in your book. I don't know. Maybe you want just a few little green ones, just like they're changing just ever so slightly. So maybe I'll put a couple little green ones just here and there. Would that ruin it? We don't know. We're just gonna try it and see what happens, right? Sometimes we do something and then we're like, should have left it alone. But it's okay if we don't leave it alone, right? Because if you don't experiment and try fun things to do with watercolor, that actually the green I like. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the bleeds that are happening. I like it. It's very watercolory, which is what I'm all about. I like having watercolory stuff. I like having spontaneous stuff with the watercolor. I like all of the nuances that happen with watercolor. And really, I think if you use acrylic inks, you might be able to achieve this. But to me, just having pan paints and you know, having these like this right here is so great because it's so easy to use. They dry and then you re-wet them. And then they dry and you re-wet them. And they dry and you re-wet them. So they do not go bad. These will always be usable till the last drop, till the last speck. And I don't know if that's the same with acrylic inks. I'll have to look into that for you guys because I do like acrylic inks. I don't have any on my desk right now except for this Indian ink, which is white. And I do know it does not rehydrate, I don't think. It's waterproof when dry. So that means it will not rehydrate. You can't re-wet it and use it. So, but look at that. Isn't that so pretty, you guys? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it's just kind of fun. This one I've put some splatters in it. This one I didn't. I don't know. Should I put some splatters in this one? It is very good. Very good tea. But I am still wanting to do some stuff. Let's do another bookmark. But this one will be that tree, the giblet tree. Where'd that little guy go? So this one was small. I kind of like it. It's like a cypress tree, maybe. I don't know what it is. But I want to make it bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger. So first of all, let's try making a blue sky, right? We need a blue sky. And we'll go all the way to where we think the ground is. Then we can add some green for the ground. And we don't have to be perfect with this. But I do like making it somewhat. Okay, we'll move away from us. Go over there. So this will be great because we may even go a little bit higher. I swear there's so much fur and hair. I don't know where it's coming from. I like the ground being that way. Like it's a little sloped. I'm just putting a little bit of texture. So look at that. Just let that dry. Like that's how it's going to be. And it's going to be dry and it's going to be beautiful when it's done. Now we could make the tree starting now because it's a little damp. And the tree is going to be a greenish color. Let's see if we can do. What can we do? Do we want some yellow? Let's see what happens. We add yellow. Yellow is fun. Maybe a little yellow. There we go. A lot of yellow. A lot of yellow. So now I'm going to just make that tree. And we're just going to start here and we're going to go down. Look at that. It's just fuzzing out. Fuzzing out, y'all. I hope it fuzz out. Look at that. You're like, ooh, did she just ruin her pretty picture? No. No, I didn't. By no means. So, how do we darken our green? We add a little bit of red and it becomes more of a sage green. And you can even add some Payne's gray to make it dark down here, which I like doing that and just dropping it wet and wet. So we're just going to make that tree kind of. Look at that. That's very pretty. Love it. I may stop now because if I don't, it's going to not look good. So sometimes I know when to stop because I practice. If you don't know when to stop, it's because you probably not practicing. But even if you do practice, 5 years, 6 years later, I'm still doing this and I don't know when to stop sometimes. So sometimes I keep going on a painting and it was great, and then I wish I could reverse what I just did. But again, that happens less and less as I practice. So if you're still in the stage of, I ruin every painting I start, well, you're probably still working on something because in your mind you have a picture of what you want it to look like. And if it doesn't look like that, you keep going. And watercolor doesn't work that way. You have to let the watercolor do most of the magic of the washes, and then the details come at the very, very end if you need some shadows or whatever. Like this thing, I am going to let it dry before I add any shadow underneath it. I just don't want it to be, I don't know. I want it to not get paint up into the top part. I want it to just sit underneath. So I'll have to wait if I want that to happen. And I will make it blue because a blue shadow will look fabulous with this. I think anyways, it will look fabulous. But right now, I mean, it actually looks pretty good right now. I could leave it just like it is and be like, okay, it's beautiful. I kind of like this bloom even in the sky. It's like a pretty little cloud that's bursting forth. I like the white areas. I like a lot about it. I think it's cool. I would keep this, but we're gonna let it rest. Do you ever let your paintings rest? Sometimes you gotta let your paintings rest. If they're not resting, sometimes we overwork. So I'm gonna go back into this thing and paint and draw those pen lines. And they're super fun to draw these little pen lines, right? And I don't know which way that leaf is going. Sometimes I think our leaves are behind something, and then sometimes I think they're on top of something. So we'll see which way they go. We're just letting, this is the fun part where you just let the Holy Spirit guide what you're doing. If you are not a Christian and you want to know more about being a Christian, let me know, because I would love to talk to you, because I love Jesus. And even in trials and tribulations, God is good. And I would love for you to feel that peace that I have. And I know sometimes they're like, oh, churches are bad or whatever. No church is perfect. They're ran by people, and no people are perfect. But I do enjoy having a community of friends to hang out with and lift each other up, pray for each other. That's what it's about. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I am really liking this kind of more fall color one. This is kind of pretty. I don't know where that one is going. That direction. Oh, I like it. Do you guys like it? I think it looks good. I think it looks great, to be honest. And what about all that white space? It's fine. Nobody needs to color every inch of the paper. But I do like that. And this is starting to dry. See how it's already less shiny? There's a little bit of shine, but not that much. So now I have the opportunity to paint in that blue color that I want on the ground. What color blue? Whatever one you have. Was that going to ruin it? We'll see. I need a little Payne's gray in it. And I don't know, is the shadow going this way? Maybe. And if you don't like it, you can always dab it out, but I kind of like it. Maybe. We'll see how it looks when it dries. Could look good. I don't know. Last week y'all were chitty chatty in the chat, and now today you're not. I don't know what's up with that, but that's okay. That's okay if nobody wants to say hi. I do have 3 likes, so that's good. Somebody's been on. What time is it? Almost 11. We can be done. Let me see if I can lay everything out for y'all to see it. Wait a minute. Let's lay it all out. My stuff. These were the ones I did already, but look at my inspo. See? Inspiration. These two are similar, but they're not exact. But they're very much the inspiration. What else did I use for inspiration? I had this one that I started with, and it became this one and this one. And then this one I started, and it was just whatever. It was just a little wispiness, which I kind of like. And I did paint these and never did anything with them. Should I do my little pen work on these guys? I probably should. I did have my little appointment today, so my wrist's feeling a little bit something. Let me just do this real quick. Bear with me. These are little butterflies. Right? And I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't know. We'll see. The little bodies need to be thicker. Make a thicker body. Can you see that? It's very small. Let me see if I can go even more close up. Even more. If I can zoom, it would be great. If not, it's okay. There we go. All right, so see these little purple guys? These are little butterflies. And we're just going to do a little row of butterflies. And, you know, do I know what I'm doing? No. Not at all. But it's fun. It's fun to try. Well, that looks pretty cool. Little row of butterflies, right? And you can use this for a card, or if you like doing mixed media pieces, you could put it into a something where you've already painted backgrounds and stuff and you just want some dimension to it. So you can add a couple little things to it. So yeah, those are kind of cool. This is the big long waterfall. I don't know if I like the darker sky now. Don't know. Maybe. All I know is it was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It was a little long to paint on. Maybe it was too long. Should have cut it down. Made them like this size. Be funner. This is definitely still wet, but it's looking great. I even like that shadow. I like the shadow. It's still wet, but I like it. And I really like this fall. The fall leaves. Hey, Linda. Oh, the butterflies. Yes, thank you for commenting. You said, hello, my little butterfly. You're so cute. Thank you. This is what I made today. Can you see them all? It's kind of fun. Did you see this one? I could picture this one framed. I think this would be pretty framed. These would be great bookmarks. Just the leaves. The leaves. And I may punch holes in these to turn them into bookmarks. I could add some yarn, some twine. Did I have surgery? No surgery for me. I'm not doing it. The Lord is healing my hand, healing my wrist. I do have stitches out today. So I did that this morning, but the wound is still kind of, I don't want to say it's spreading. I could show you a picture, but I don't want to gross you out. So, yes, beautiful, she said. Oh, thank you, Linda. But yeah, I have full feeling in my hand. I can use my fingers and crisscross and all that good stuff. You know, I can do all kinds of weird things with my hand. So I am feeling very strong that the Lord is healing my injury. It's going to take time. I have arthritis. There's some pain in my thumbs, but it's on both thumbs. It's not like it's from the injury. So I'm just feeling like a little bit of the cold arthritis. So I think it's going to be okay. And I'm going to see the doctor again. I'm going to see the doctor again. I'm going to see her maybe in a couple months, like 3 months. I am going to go back and get the wound looked at one more time. He wants to see me in a couple weeks. But if it's completely healed by then, don't need to go. Can cancel it. So I'm hoping for complete healing and complete the wound being closed. Yes. Pray, pray, pray. And just pray for my whole family. You know, did I tell you, Linda, that my husband caught himself on fire? Yeah. He was in the hunting stand with his little propane heater, and he was staying nice and warm with the heater, right? He sees a deer. And what does he do? He starts moving his body around to get a better position. And pretty soon smoke is wafting up from his leg. And then fire starts erupting. And does he stop hunting the deer? Does he? Your guess. No, he doesn't. He takes the shot. He kills the deer, I think. But he's on fire. I don't know. Men are totally different, aren't they? Yes, they're totally different. Like, no, I love them. I love them. I'm a girl, though. I do not risk my life to shoot a deer, okay? I don't even shoot deer. If I had a camera, that's the only way I would probably shoot a deer, is with a camera. But I do like to eat them, and I'm looking for good tamale recipes. So I've been looking online. That is very extensive. I wanted to find someone who would process the deer into tamales for me, but they're also expensive. And I looked up how to make them, and now I know why they're expensive. It's very time consuming. So I may try and make them myself. Yeah. May try and make them. Jackie, how can you make me laugh at that story? I don't know. My husband, you should hear him tell it. He is hilarious. He is very funny. He's great. I love it. But Lord have mercy, we need to be bubble wrapped. And if you don't know what bubble wrap is, it's that little padding stuff with the pop in the little air thingies in them. Oh, you can ask Bobby how to make the maza. Okay. Does she make tamales? Because, like, I would love to have her recipe if she makes tamales. Because I have never made them. Never made them before. I think the sauce might be important too. I don't know. But, and then you got to get corn husks. He's okay. Yeah, Jeremy's fine. He did burn his finger. His pants have the hole in them like this big. And it burnt through his pants, his skivvies, his socks, all the way. But his skin is fine. He didn't burn his skin. So, praise the Lord. She used to work at a tamale place. Are you kidding me? Okay, hook me up with her. We gotta get the tamale recipe from her. Okay, I'll trust that. Because sometimes you watch these people online and they're going through like all kinds of steps, and you think, really, do I need to do that? And so then you don't do it like that. You do your own kind of take of it, and then it doesn't turn out. But that would be so cool. I would be happy to work at a Mexican restaurant or anything. She said, let me ask. I'll call you after I get the info. Perfect. Give me a phone call and let me know. I am going to end our little session. I know it's sad to say goodbyes, but we gotta go do things. I will show you one more thing I was doing. I have not finished doing this because my hand started hurting, and I was kind of like, I need to rest my hand. Plus, like, mentally painting details and a larger painting and doing things like that, it is mentally taxing. So artists, do not discredit that you put some time and effort and a lot of your blood, sweat, and tears into creating your artwork. If you're just making these cute little things all the time, it's not blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, that's not a blood, sweat, and tears right there. This blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, I am putting some effort into this one, and I don't want it to be messed up, so I have to focus and concentrate. I can't really do this as a video, to be honest with you. If I were going to paint this for you, it'd be hard. Oh, thank you. Linda says, I love you. Oh, Jacqueline, that is gorgeous. Thank you. It's not even done yet. It's not even done, but it is turning out fabulous. I love it too. It might be for sale soon. It might be for sale. I want to get this framed pretty. I don't even know what size this is, to be honest. I have to measure it and then put a price on it. And if you want it framed, that costs more. But I do take some of my paintings to Sweet Home Coffee in Robertsdale, Alabama. And if you have not been there, they have fabulous coffees, fabulous teas and chais, and all kinds of cool stuff. They have a little shop where my art is being sold. And they're going to do an art show in March, I believe. So stay tuned. I'll give you more details. But it's going to be fun. I am looking forward to it. The owner of Sweet Home Coffee is amazing. I love her. I love everybody who works there. They're just fabulous people. So I'm just going to randomly pick. Let's see. This is a good one. You guys, aren't they all good? I mean, it is scripture, right? That's a good one, though. So this one says Romans 5:3-4. So it says, we can rejoice when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they are good for us. Really? They help us learn to be patient. Okay. Which develops strength of character in us and helps us trust God more each time we use it, until finally our hope and faith are strong and steady. such a good reminder. Do you know that when I first had that appointment with the doctor who said I needed surgery, I was so bummed. I went home crying. I felt defeated. I felt like you might as well just chop my hand off because it was sad. I felt sad and depressed and anxious about it and just defeated. And then my good friend Linda came over and she lifted my spirits. She reminded me that it's going to be okay. And that is what friends are for. And of course, God gives us our friends. So I am grateful for you, Linda. You're my best friend. Mwah! I love you. And I'm grateful because we need those friends to remind us that God is good and He looks after us. And we don't always have to trust them doctors, what they say. Sometimes a second opinion, third opinion. But guess what? God is the great physician. He is the one who heals. He is the one that we need to remember to put our trust and our hope and our faith in because He loves us. Like He loves us. He's not like, here's your doctor's bill, right? That'll be 20 grand, okay, for the healing. No, God doesn't do that. He doesn't ask for anything from us. Nothing. Just to trust Him. I love you too, Linda. And I think that this is why sometimes trials happen to you. This is why they happen to me and my husband and my daughters and my stepson. And like everything is happening to grow our character, to grow our faith in God, to remind us to hope in Him, not hope in doctors, not hope in, the whole justice system or, whatever they're trying to in the healthcare system or whoever. We're not supposed to put our faith in those things. Government system, like all of it is a shadow of what God can do for you. Like sometimes these things are good, but they do not care about you like God does. So don't put your trust in that. Jake is doing better. He's doing so much better. I went over and saw him the other day and he seemed in good spirits. He got up and was walking around, went and sat in his truck for a little bit, and he can't drive, but he loves his truck. So he's gonna keep improving. I know that. He's gonna keep improving. And I don't know when he goes to the doctor. I think it's Wednesday again. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on the prognosis, but so far I think he is doing great. Of course, being young helps him. I'm not young, but I do feel like this has healed so much. It's been 2 weeks? The 4th. So I don't know what today is, but it happened on the 4th. Today's the 19th. So the 14th was 10 days. So maybe 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks? I guess it's been 3 weeks now. So I just know that each day it's getting better and better. So I am very grateful that God is so good to me and loves me, of course, loves you. If you guys ever want to talk, just send me a message. I read all of my messages. So just shoot a message on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, my website, stampinturtles.com. You can find me all kinds of places. So, oh wow. Are you saying that to the healing, I think? I don't know. Anyways, I do love you guys. I pray for you. I hope you all have a blessed day and we will see you next week. Mwah! 15 days, she said. Okay. 15 days.